We're going to tell you what we like about this, what we don't like, and at the very end, give it our honest wanderlust rating. This is no ordinary water jug or jerry can. This has two very unique features that aren't obvious.
It just might be exactly what you need.
It has a pump to pressurize the can for free-flowing water and an internal filtration system.
On our channel, we have over 100 videos, all about off-roading, overlanding, camping, gear, vehicle modifications, and reviews. If that's what you're into, we hope you'll consider subscribing. The manufacturer sent us this months ago to use and let you know what we think about it.
First, the obvious. It holds about 5 gallons. It's the same size and shape as a Scepter or NATO can, so it fits in our holder perfectly. The plastic construction is a lot thicker and heavier than most jerry cans, and it has these 2 holes in it. This is the filler cap with a built-in pump. To pressurize it, you simply turn it a little bit to unlock it and give it a bunch of pumps. The pump rod or shaft is plastic, but I think that if you are really careful not to put any side load on it, it likely won't break. This is the outlet. I think it's nice that they have these barriers molded into the jug to protect it. It has a small spigot that's turned on by pushing down on the knob. For a constant flow, push down and turn to lock it on. Underneath is a large replaceable filter. This traps the bacteria, viruses, parasites, and other nasty stuff that's lurking in the water, including common giardia. This is a parasite that causes a really nasty intestinal illness. It ain't pretty. It's said to be able to filter out about 5,300 gallons of water. Of course, that largely depends on how clean and clear the water is to begin with. And it also has a replaceable carbon or charcoal disc. This takes out odors and bad smells like chlorine or that rotten egg smell. Overall, this thing is built like a tank, except for the outlet. In my opinion, I think it's a little underbuilt. I would like to see more metal in it and a little bit stronger valving system. Time and use will tell, but I think this might be an area of concern.
Something I really like about this is this optional sprayer attachment. And it's a hand pump, no electric needed, so we can pick it up and take it away from our vehicle, like for a shower.
Now for the big question, is this worth $300? To give a little bit more insight into water filters. For decades, we did backpacking and wilderness canoe tripping. For obvious reasons, we couldn't carry large quantities of water like this. We had to filter our water as we drank it using one of these. Before we got this filter, we went through countless other models. They all broke early on. Then we invested in this one. It works every bit as good now as it did 30 years ago when it was brand new. And believe it or not, 30 years ago, this too cost $300. That was a lot of money for us back then. This is a prime example of getting what you pay for. If we would have stuck to using and breaking cheaper ones, we would have spent way more than $300 over those many years. So for the engineering, the ruggedness of the construction, built-in hand pump, and a high-quality filter, yes, we do believe this is worth $300.
A better question would be, do you need a jerry can with a built-in pump and filter?
If all you're looking for is a 5-gallon jerry can, then no, you do not need this. But if you answer yes to any of the following questions, you may want to think about it.
Are your stomach and intestines sensitive to a change in water? What's in a public source of water? Minerals and things can vary greatly between regions and especially countries. Are you getting your water from natural sources, streams and lakes? In our opinion, no natural water source should be completely trusted. Even though the water in a stream or lake looks clear and clean, it's not. There's a whole ecosystem of little microbes in it that can cause serious illness. Are you bothered by bad smelling or bad tasting water? On a recent trip, we had to stop in a small town to refuel and get more water. The water had so much chlorine in it, it smelled and tasted like a swimming pool. But it was all we could get. It was surprising how well that charcoal filter removed the smell and taste. I was impressed.
Really, the only negative that I can think of, other than a somewhat weak outlet, the only negative is that when the water level gets down to a certain point, it kind of loses pressure and it won't come out right. So then you have to put it on its side for the water to come out.
So I kind of wish that it had more pressure and the water came out stronger.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter how much you pump it. It will only come out so fast.
On the bright side, I never drink out of a jerry can.
Probably because it has that plastic smell, plastic taste.
I just don't like it. So I won't drink water from the jerry can. But on this last trip I did. And because of the filter in this, it didn't taste that bad.
I think the charcoal filter in here is amazing, and the filter itself.
So I would drink this water, and that...
She's pretty picky about water. So that's saying a lot.
Okay, so on 3, we give our own rating. 1, 2, 3. 8.
8. I never give 10s, and 9 is really way up there. I give an A+. So our ratings are a little different after all.
If you like this video, hit the like button and share it with your friends. If you want to see more, subscribe.
And follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
Thank you. Even though the water in a... Damn it. Even though the water in a Even though the water in a stream or lake, minerals and things can differ greatly. Are your stomach and intestines sensitive to, I forgot what it was now because it took so long, to a change in water?
Before we got this filter, what did we do?
We went through countless.
Oh, other models.
Is this optional sprayer something? Sprayer.
Pressurize the can for free flowing. Yep. Give it our Wanderlust.